Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy, turn it like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching, God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop, piper. Warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the Wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and tracking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of falsely idols. Get exposed through cold and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been healing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a cook in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop, piper. Warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Already know I got go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Precious on the floor. Got trying to smash out my soul.
Will Winker is the kickoff for
the NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. He's going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 right at the 40. Purdy now to throw off the play action. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they top 30.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Purdy looking to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Jonathan Bernard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, all stalled out, they still gave them 3 points.
Ain't with my type activity, so don't you get involved. Hey, I mean, the shit I seen, send them on. Take a risk, I'll take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and them teammates for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young, get your chili up. Yeah, I meant that. Hey, black out if they act out.
Looking to put a drive together. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. To the air with McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there. Relax a little bit.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's McCarthy. This is caught by Allison. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. The Vikings at 1-8 now on the year. If they've lost 3 straight here, it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Play action. Now Purdy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Running under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Picked up on the play. And it's third down.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Now he'll tuck this and run. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry here for Jordan James. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Purdy off the play fake. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to widen their advantage.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll empty out the backfield. Coming up here with 5 receivers in the formation on 2nd and 6. Throwing is McCarthy. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw McCarthy. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out looking to beat that Chargers defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And shedding through the tackle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And some room to work. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Here's James. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
He'll try again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On the ground, it's James. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Now Moody for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Niners 17, Vikings nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Second down and 4.
Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Martinez. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man, that's Felton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit out back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check up.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Takes it to about the 37. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now Purdy. Now he's going to step up and run. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 49er. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
Throwing here, Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
And they'll try to get the spike off, but they won't do it in time. And that will end this first half. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
At the 27-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now again, right side McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's 3rd and 6. Purdy now to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights off the defender. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Hey, here we go. Check. 7.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Let's go now. 60, go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He gets it to Addison.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
60 Bison, 60.
Operating from the gun. McCarthy. And it'll be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have a first down here before he gets banged down to the turf pretty hard.
They're thinking on defense there. They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
They go play action here. Purdy.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. Here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That'll be caught by Aiyuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Aiyuk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point try now for Moody.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Their own 32-yard line.
To run it down, get your money out. I put money down on all of us, on my people
The
down.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them are the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, break.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 6. Ready.
To the air with McCarthy.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I do. We share that. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
A gain of 22 yards. And the 49er first down.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. James. And he stopped immediately there. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have third and long coming up.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on third and 12.
Back to throw, Purdy.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He's got a man complete. And out across midfield down to the 35. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
32 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
45-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw McCarthy. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Get set, get set. Run around, up.
And they will take a knee here. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So the victory here.